Welcome, Flyers fans. You're listening to Chris Mayer, Flyers Fan Mania 93 on YouTube.
All right, so Flyers win 4-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets in the second of the home-and-home series, second game, and Flyers actually played really well in the later stages of this game. It honestly felt like in the first, maybe 24 minutes or so of this game, it was kind of it just felt like it was boring. Not as much action, not really that much was going on. Shots were pretty close. At one point, there was a play where there wasn't a whistle for a while in the first period, and it was just whistle-free hockey and not many chances for either team. There were some shots. At one point, shots were 5-4. One quick thing before I get into the deeper part of the video, I do have a new mic. And it is on a stand, and I have a whole different setup with that as of right now. So that is what you're listening to this on, if the audio does sound a little bit different. It's very nice, and it was very cool to get that and to kind of have that in here. It makes it look just a little more professional in here. But again, look, I thought the Flyers actually played a really good game. I thought there were some guys that looked really good. Kevin Hayes, Owen Tippett. I thought Noah Cates had a really good, quietly good defensive game. There definitely were other players as well. But overall, I thought the Flyers had a good game. I thought Morgan Frost, he made some really nifty plays in this one. And as I said, first period, Flyers were kind of stuck in their own zone a little bit. There were plays kind of like that, and, it was... I don't really think it was anything like that the Flyers were doing anything wrong. But it was just, Columbus was kind of just getting the puck right back, and the Flyers were kind of just chipping it, but it wasn't getting too far. They had a lot of one-and-done chances. But getting back to the lines, Farabee, Law, and Atkinson, Noah Cates with Hayes and Tippett. That line was great tonight. It names like Frost and Konechny, Lindblom, Thompson, and Brown. Provorov, York, Sanheim, Risto, Kanon, and Attard. And Martin Jones was in net for this one for the Flyers. So, as I said, first period was kind of just back and forth. It felt like the Flyers had one and done chances. They look so much faster. Like, if I'm being honest with you, the Flyers look a lot faster than they have. And guys like that have contributed. There's a handful of guys that have really contributed to that. And it seems like it's been kind of a common theme recently is that they look faster, they've played faster, they skied faster. Owen Tippett's been one of them. There was a play early in this game where Tippett almost gave Hayes a partial breakaway. That would have been the fifth breakaway from either Hayes or Tippett in the last 3 games. Like, it's unbelievable how much they are reading off of each other, and they're able to just spring the other guy. It's great. So again, there were plays like that. They just look so much faster. Like Frost, the way he's moving through neutral zone. Konechny always kind of had that burst of speed. Sanheim joining the rush. It just looks like there's a new kind of vibe to the way that they're playing. And I know it hasn't necessarily contributed to as many wins as we would have liked, this and that, and the whole tanking thing and whatever. But they just look so much faster recently. I've honestly really noticed it since the 4-1 game against Minnesota, where the Flyers lost in Minnesota. But game against the Rangers, they look fast. Toronto, I thought they looked fast in that one. And it seems like it's really through the neutral zone is where I'm starting to see it. Once they get in, then they start to create some plays. But guys like Tippett, Hayes looks a lot better. Obviously, they've been getting chances. But again, getting back to the first period, Flyers get a power play here, and Robinson would score shorthanded. And it wasn't necessarily the best goal for Jones to give up. I've always kind of noticed Jones is deep in his net. I don't necessarily... Look, I've never played goaltender in my life at any close to a level like Martin Jones has. But it just seems like he's so deep in his net. I don't know if that's maybe me reading it wrong or what, but I don't know. Jackets would score 1-0. Konechny would end up hitting the post on that same power play, and the first period would end. Flyers, I honestly, again, first couple minutes of this period really wasn't much going on. It was pretty boring. Roslovic ended up hitting the crossbar, and then Kanon made a great play to step up at the line, cuts in, realizes he has some time. A great shot. I mean, I think JJ said that was his first goal in over 3 years, so it was great to see for Kanon. he's a guy who honestly I think has played well since the Flyers picked him up on waivers. He's been up and in and out of the lineup. He's been all over the place, whether he's in or he's with a different guy. Is he with Yandel? Is he with York? Whoever. Obviously, he played with a Tard tonight, so there's been different kind of combinations as well, and it's good to see guys like that get rewarded because again, who would have expected Connaughton to score tonight? So the Flyers get the goal there, and they get a power play right after connecting with drawing off a setup. Wasn't the best power play as other ones, but overall it was still pretty decent. The power play is such a mess. Flyers ended up getting a goal here from Tippett. The puck came off the wall, ended up deflecting off his stanchion in the glass, and Tippett would just fire that one. He's such a quick shot, and it's great to see that he's just been shooting it recently. Cates would get one again to make it 3-1. That's the second goal in as many games. He's got 2 in his last 2. Again, so much chemistry going on there with Cates, Tippett, and Hayes. I mean, I think Cates has just played really well. He's had a nose for the net. He's just been getting there, and he's been getting rewarded. It was a really nice pass the other night by Brown to find him. This one, he's in a good spot. Chips it off Merzlikins. Flyers have a 3-1 lead. Then they ended up getting a power play. Cates would end up drawing the penalty off a great play by Hayes, and this is what the vintage Hayes would do. And when I say vintage Hayes, I mean the 1920 Hayes. He would kind of hesitate and stop at the top of the slot and then find the guy, which was Konechny at the time. Now it's Tippett, but I say it was Konechny because they were on a line for majority of that season, but it separates the space, and what that does is it gets the other defenseman to kind of go closer to Hayes, so he opens up that spot. It's the same thing if you're on the wall and you cut to the wall. You cut more that way if, say, you're a right-handed player or a left-handed, but you'll see a lot of right-handed guys do it. Artemi Panarin has done it. William Nylander did it against the Flyers on the 6-3 Tavares goal. See, there's reasons why I talk about this stuff, because the way that you can draw the defender to you, it opens up more room, and that's why the Flyers get a power play. They don't score, but it's why they get a power play there, and it's a good, nice play by Hayes because it's things like that you want to see throughout the end of the season. Third period, again, I think the Flyers were just kind of continuing to press, and again, that's one thing I've talked about so many times throughout the beginning of the year. Actually, I shouldn't even say the beginning of the year. Through the last 10 or so games, 10, 15 games, they've just been still in the game. They're still trying to score. It's not like, again, they want to build that identity where they're still in games. They fight till the end, and they've been doing that. In this game, it's a 3-1 game. They get a goal late from connecting to make it 4-1, just slips over the line, and they're still pressing after that. So it's very nice to see, and again, they get rewarded tonight with a 4-1 win in Columbus. So let me know your guys' thoughts below. Remember, guys, podcast articles, those links are on my channel. And again, SeatGeek, Garrett Group Construction, check them out below. And Flyers pick up a 4-1 win. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you all again soon.